Welcome back to my channel, everyone. Today I am sharing a delicious recipe for creamy ranch pork in the crock pot. So for this recipe, you need pork chops, pork cutlets. That's what I'm using today. I used thin sliced, half a stick of butter. I'm using unsalted butter, 1 packet of ranch mix. I'm using heavy cream, some cornstarch, and some chicken broth. I will have the complete recipe listed below in the description box. So this is super easy to put together, and like I said, I was using pork cutlets on this day, but you can use full-sized pork chops. You can also use chicken, or I think this would work with any protein. It was such a good sauce and added so much flavor. So I just layered my pork cutlets in the bottom of my crock pot, and then I took half a stick of butter, cut it into smaller pieces, and just layered that right over the top. Next up, I took half a cup of low sodium chicken broth, and then I'm adding just about 2 tablespoons of cornstarch. This is going to thicken up the sauce as it cooks, and then you'll see at the end that we turn this into a beautiful, creamy gravy. So just make sure that you mix up all the little bits of the cornstarch in with that broth, and then we're going to pour this directly over our meat in the crock pot. This literally took minutes to put together and made my entire house smell so good. Next up, we're going to add our ranch packet. You can also buy the ranch mix in the larger containers, and you're just going to add the entire packet right on top. You want to pop your lid on your crock pot and cook this on low for 6 hours. Once it has finished, your kitchen will smell amazing. And look at how delicious this looks. They are so tender. So what I like to do with this is take the pork pieces out and then just set those to the side. We're gonna put them back in, so don't worry about keeping them warm or anything like that. This is gonna be just a few minutes. So just put them on a plate. Then we're gonna go ahead and we're going to put together our gravy. This is where the cream comes into play. So I'm using heavy cream because that's what I had on hand. You can also use light cream, and then you're just gonna mix up all those bits on the bottom of the crock pot. The cornstarch is gonna make this look a little bit lumpy, but once you take a whisk to it, it will smooth right out. So for my cream, I added about 1/4 cup. You can add anywhere from 1/4 to 1/2 cup depending upon how thick you like your sauce, and this is where personal preference comes into play. So add a little bit, mix it up, you can taste it, you can see how thick it is, and you can adjust it from there. So as you can see, this came together beautifully. It was super smooth, and it had all the flavors of that pork cooking all day long. At this point with the sauce, I highly suggest giving it a taste. Again, personal preference with how much salt and pepper you like. I found that I only needed to add a little bit of black pepper, and the salt from the ranch seasoning just balanced it out perfectly. So just whisk your seasonings in, make sure those are really well incorporated, and then all you have to do is add your pork right back in. The other great part about this meal is that you can serve it with whatever sides you like, whether it's your husband's favorite mashed potatoes or your kid's favorite pasta dish. This goes so well with so many different things. So on this particular night, my kids asked for mashed potatoes, and then I just grabbed a bag of frozen vegetables because we were very busy on this day, and steamed those up. Added a little sprinkle of parsley for color on top of that pork, and look how beautiful that looks. This was a big winner in my house. There were no leftovers, and I hope you guys will give this one a try. This is another awesome crockpot meal, perfect for those busy weeknight dinners. If you liked this crockpot recipe video and other crockpot videos, make sure you give this one a thumbs up, and make sure you hit that red subscribe button so you don't miss any of my future videos. See you in the next one.